1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I was only supposed to say it till 5. Anyway, just the first 5 seconds. Anyway, greetings from the Arcturians. You know, I was just thinking something, and I actually want to share these thoughts. I'd actually like to share these thoughts because I've been feeling it for a while now. And it's time I actually came out with it, and it's time I actually said it and said it out loud in public for all to hear. I am so sick and tired of seeing only men on the world stage. And when it comes to the politicians and world leaders, who do I keep seeing? Let's start with the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, the French President Macron, and I think Germany's Chancellor Merz. My apologies if I'm, mispronouncing his surname. And President Zelenskyy of Ukraine. These are the 4 main men I keep seeing on the world stage, coming together when it comes to the current world affairs and when it comes to Russia-Ukraine war. And of course, President Putin continuously provoking the rest of the Europe and European countries and NATO even. And of course, when it comes to NATO, I'm also getting the NATO chief, Mark Rutte, in my head right now as well. So he's coming up as well. But again, he's just another man on the world stage and in a power position. Where are the women? Where are the women? Where's Claudia Sheinbaum? Where is President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico? Where is the President of Mexico, President Claudia Sheinbaum? Where is the EU chief, Ursula von der Leyen? Where is the Italian Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni? Where is the Danish or Denmark Prime Minister? These are all women sitting in power positions. And I'm not seeing them standing side by side by you men, by you politicians and world leaders. Where are they? Why are you not including them? What, you think they can't be of any help to you or in this current, world situation where we have wars going on and conflicts going on and other things, global economy crisis as well? Why are they not standing side by side with you world leaders, with you men, when they are world leaders themselves, when they are sitting in power positions like you are? Why are you not including them? Why am I not seeing them with you all the time, every time, not just once or twice? Yeah, I've seen them, once or twice. Actually, who have I seen? Maybe the Italian Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, with you guys, with President Macron, with Prime Minister Keir Starmer, President Zelenskyy, and the German Chancellor, Merz. I think I've seen the Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni with you guys once. And I have seen the EU chief Ursula von der Leyen maybe a couple of times or a few times with you. I maybe Mexican president Claudia Sheinbaum, maybe not even once. I'm not sure, but maybe hardly, like maybe once. Um, was that a G7? I'm not sure right now. I'm forgetting. It's been a while. But I've never seen uh, the Danish Prime Minister of Denmark. I can't seem to, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Is it Met or Mette? Fredrickson, something like that. My apologies if I'm mispronouncing her name. But it's like I've never really seen her with you guys at all. Why? Where are these women? Where are these women world leaders and politicians? Why are they not being seen with you on the world stage? Why are you not including them? See? Prejudice. Even you, men at the top, world leaders, politicians, even you are being prejudicial towards women. And these are women at the top. These are women who are sitting in the same power positions as you, being prime ministers and presidents. Or at least there's one president, Claudia Sheinbaum, president of Mexico. And she's quite good too. I've heard her a little bit on the news. And I heard, a little, not heard, well, heard and seen a little clip of her recent speech on the news. She's good. The EU chief Ursula von der Leyen, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and now, yeah, I've noticed the Danish or the Prime Minister of Denmark is a female Prime Minister as well. Where are these women? Why are you not including them in the talks, in the current affairs? Whatever is going on in our world, whether that's war, conflict, and or the world economy, global economy, and global economy crisis that we are finding ourselves in right now because of men, actually, because of men like President Trump, President Putin, Prime Minister Netanyahu. And unfortunately, seems like women need to be brought in because only women can make things right. Anyway, I think that's enough for now. I really needed to share these thoughts out loud because when are you men going to let us women in to our rightful places and be equals and treat us as equals and don't just put us on the back burner? And that's the thing. It's like you're doing that to women in power positions even. So no wonder that, you won't take anyone like me seriously who doesn't even have a worldly title like a prime minister or a president or even the damn pope. Because I don't have a worldly title like you. But look at how you're treating the women who actually do have a worldly title like you, who actually are holding the same power positions as you, and you are not even including them into the picture. Why? What's the problem? And I keep getting, you're hypocrites. You're being hypocritical. So you're being hypocritical, you're hypocrites, and you are also being prejudicial towards women, even women in power positions, in the same positions as you are, in the same positions as you. And you're still being prejudicial towards them too. So, of course, how are you going to treat someone like me who doesn't even hold a worldly title like you and is not sitting in a power position like you here on planet Earth? Because we're only talking about, the worldly titles here. You have no idea about my spiritual title and standing with the universe because you can't even see that, right? With your two human eyes, with the naked eye. So never mind that. Never mind about that. Never mind about my spiritual standing with the universe. Anyway, I've made my point, and I hope that after watching this video message from me, that you world leaders, especially you four, President Zelenskyy, the German Chancellor Merz, the French President, President Macron, and the current UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. I hope that I will start seeing these women prime ministers and President Claudia Sheinbaum with you soon, sitting on the table with you soon, or standing with you soon on the news. But hey, I can only hope for it. I can only say it. I can only, relay the message and also just relay my own thoughts and how I feel about it and what I'm thinking about it too. So let's see what you're going to do about it or not. But hey, I had to come out and say it at the least. That's the least I could do. And that's the least I can do. So I'm doing it. At least I am doing the least. At least I'm saying the least. At least I'm doing the least. What are you doing? What are you doing? And if I could make things happen, if I could actually put in the action and make things happen, I would. But this is something that is in your hands. This is something that you men could take action towards. But will you? Will you make this happen? Because this is not something impossible. This is something very practical, actually, that you actually can do. But are you going to do it? I guess that's yet to be seen by me and by the universe. Because, of course, if I'm thinking these things, then the universe is thinking these things with me too. So this is not just coming from me, this is also coming from the universe. Right, I'm going to leave this message here for now. Take care, stay safe, over and out.